Hello everyone, this is Kasturi and you are watching SST Buzz. In today's session, we are going to discuss about Khilafat Non Co-operation Movement from nationalism in India. We know better from this chapter, varieties of question comes from here. It may be 1 mark, 3 mark, 5 mark as well as map pointing also. So where and how it was conducted, led by whom, what was the effect of this movement, everything we will get through web chat. And I believe that by the end of the session you would be pretty confident about this topic. So let's get going. First of all, we are going to get why Indian started anti-colonial movement against Britishers. Reason kya tha? Because that all these Indian people were exploited badly by the Britishers. The sense of being oppressed. So that's why that made all the Indian together with the help of different policies, even high taxation. So that's why here you can find first one, their experience were varied. Different group of people, farmer, craft person, industrialist, even the worker, all group of people, their experience were different. They were exploited differently by the Britishers. Now next, notion of freedom were not always same. Different group of people, their concept of freedom was different. So that's why their notions were might be it was different. But all the people, they wanted to make them free from the Britishers. So that's why we are going to learn about two national movement led by Gandhiji. First one, non-cooperation movement, and the second one, civil disobedience movement. In today's session, we will go for that Khilafat and non-cooperation movement led by Gandhiji. पहले तो हम ये जान लेंगे during World War what was the condition of Indian people. Here a new economic and political situation had been created. And what was it? First one, a huge number of army had been joined. So for that, defense expenditure was too much high. And वो defense expenditure कहाँ से मिला? They have taken war loan. So one side war loan है means interest would be there. And the second one, expenditure is too high. So because of that, to overcome that situation, तो ब्रिटिशर्स ने क्या किया? फर्स्ट वन, टैक्स को इंक्रीज कर दिया. और तो और जो जॉब होल्डर थे उनके लिए भी इनकम टैक्स का इंट्रोड्यूस कर दिया. कस्टम ड्यूटीज हैड बीन रेज्ड. फोर्स रिक्रूटमेंट की जरूरत क्या है? क्यों? क्योंकि ग्रेजुअली नंबर ऑफ आर्मी कम होते जा रहे थे. रिक्वायरमेंट वर टू मच. सो दैट्स वाई टू ओवरकम फ्रॉम दैट सिचुएशन, जबरदस्ती से विलेजर्स को भेजा जाता था फॉर द वॉर. नाउ नेक्स्ट इज देयर ऑन दैट टाइम ड्यू टू क्रॉप फेल्ड, acute shortage of food. So one side will maximum force recruitment, people are not there. The second one, enough food is not there. अगर food है भी तो भी it's too costly. Affordability was not there. So these were the reason, these were the situation, and what was the result? Famine and the epidemic. People, they were not getting food properly. So that's why different kinds of diseases, and after all, famine and epidemic was there. Now we will get idea about the idea of satyagraha. Two things are there we need to remember. First one, the power of truth. ट्रूथ, सत्य के पीछे जो पावर है वो हमें जानना जरूरी है. एंड द सेकेंड वन, द नीड टू सर्च फॉर ट्रूथ. तो हियर गांधीजीज आइडियोलॉजी बेस्ड ऑन व्हाट? बेस्ड ऑन सत्याग्रह के वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू लिव ट्रूथ, सच के साथ हम हमेशा रहेंगे. एंड द सेकेंड वन, नॉन वायलेंस. जहाँ पे सत्य है वहां पे फिजिकल फोर्स की जरूरत है ही नहीं. So with the help of non-violence, we can win. Now, after returning from South Africa in 1915, Gandhiji conducted 3 regional movements. What are they? They are 1916 Champaran, 1917 Kheda and 1918 Ahmedabad. That question comes as a 1 mark, 3 mark question as well as map pointing also. So now we will get to know कि क्यों ये सारे रीजनल मूवमेंट हुआ. एक्चुअली आफ्टर रिटर्निंग फ्रॉम साउथ अफ्रीका व्हेन ही वाज ट्रैवलिंग थ्रू आउट इंडिया, वो देखना चाहते थे इंडिया का एग्जैक्ट कंडीशन क्या है. तो ऑन दैट टाइम व्हाट वाज देयर इन चंपारण बिहार, देखा लॉट मेनी फार्मर्स, peasants, they were suffered because of that indigo cultivation. So because of that revolt, 1917 peasant in Kheda, they were in trouble. कैसे? क्योंकि they had to pay high amount of tax and they were not able to pay. So for that Gandhi's movement was there, and so farmers means peasants, they were not giving that taxes. Now the third one, 1918 Ahmedabad, all the mill worker, they raised their voice. Why? Because their working condition were so tough. So that's why Gandhiji led that movement. So these three you need to learn with map pointing. Now the second, Gandhi, what are the Gandhi's ideology? Third question would be there, the idea of Satyagraha. What was the base of Satyagraha? Through this flowchart, we are going to get Rowlatt Act. Every year we get that questions without any doubt. Now, first one, when it was enacted, 1919, where that is Imperial Legislative Council in Britain. Next one, what is Rowlatt Act? Rowlatt Act, actually, the extra power, enormous power had been given to the British government. तो वो कैसे? क्योंकि ताकि वो किसी को भी विदाउट ट्रायल किसी को भी इम्प्रिजन कर सकते हैं, एंड दैट ऑल्सो वुड बी कंटिन्यूड फॉर 2 years. What was the reaction of the Indian? First one, different rallies were conducted, strike were there in railway workshop, और तो और different shops were closed down. Means the city over city a chaotic situation had been created. अब ये सिचुएशन को देखते हुए गवर्नमेंट ने क्या किया वो हम जान लेते हैं. तो फिर इंडियन पीपल का ये जो chaotic सिचुएशन है, टू कंट्रोल दैट सिचुएशन ब्रिटिश ने क्या किया? फर्स्ट वन, दे ट्राइड टू डिस्टर्ब द कम्युनिकेशन. क्योंकि कम्युनिकेशन अगर डिस्टर्ब हो जाता है तो कहीं ना कहीं वो प्रॉब्लम थोड़ा कम हो जाएगा, वो मूवमेंट का जो स्ट्रेंथ है वो थोड़ा कमज़ोर हो जाएगा. तो फिर फर्स्ट वन, रेलवे नेटवर्क एंड टेलीग्राफ जो चैनल, उसको वो डिस्टर्ब करने के लिए प्लान किया. और तो और मार्शियल लॉ वाज इम्पोज्ड बाय जनरल डायर. तो जिसमें कहा ना, स्ट्रिक्टली इट वाज टोल्ड कि नॉट टू जॉइन एनी गैदरिंग. बट 13th April in Punjab, Amritsar, Jallianwala Bagh, that place were there and their fair was conducted. Baishakhi fair was there. तो वो फेयर में 2 kinds of people, एक तो जो पंजाब के जो विलेजर्स थे, they wanted to enjoy that fair. On the other hand, few freedom fighter, they wanted to make plan against that martial law. But here already in martial law it was told not to join any gathering. General Dyer ने order दिया for open firing, and because of that Jallianwala Bagh incident, a huge number of people were killed, even injured also. So after the situation they couldn't be silent, so for that they also started, Indian people started strike classes with the police. एंड टू कंट्रोल दैट सिचुएशन फिर ब्रिटिश ने क्या किया कि बहुत सारे जो फ्रीडम फाइटर थे, सत्याग्रही थे, तो उनको क्या किया, दैट दे वेर फोर्स टू रब देयर नोज, इवन crawl on the street. After observing that situation, he has thought our ideology of the movement is non-violence, but it's gradually turns into violence. So that's why महात्मा गांधी जी ने डिसाइड किया we should called off, we should stop that movement here. तो आफ्टरवर्ड्स 1919, जैसे ही हमने ऑलरेडी जाना 1914 टू 1918 फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वॉर वाज देयर. अब फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वॉर में जो भी डिफीटिंग कंट्रीज होंगे उनको क्या करना पड़ेगा, कंपेंसेशन देना पड़ेगा. तो द सेम वे ये रूमर्स फैल गया है कि खलीफा जो हेड ऑफ द मुस्लिम कम्युनिटी, खलीफा को एक ह्यूज अमाउंट ऑफ मनी एंड ट्रेजर दे विल हैव टू गिव on the base of compensation. Even Khalifa was disrespected. That situation makes others very sad, and because of that they have formed Khalifa committee in Bombay 1919. And वो खलीफा कमिटी में दो थे, शौकत अली एंड मोहम्मद अली. Those two brother they were as a leader of खलीफा कमिटी. अब ये खलीफा कमिटी के साथ एक्चुअली महात्मा गांधी जी का डायरेक्ट वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू गेट एनी रिलेशन. बट व्हाट वाज द गांधी जी थिंकिंग अबाउट खलीफा कमिटी? गांधी जी ने ऑब्जर्व किया कि हिंदू मुस्लिम में यूनिटी नहीं है, तो टू यूनाइट हिंदू एंड मुस्लिम सो वी नीड टू सपोर्ट खलीफा कमिटी. If we are helping Khalifa committee, then definitely Muslim group they will be happy, and again Hindu and Muslim can work together. So that was Gandhiji's thinking about Khilafat movement. Now why non-cooperation? First one we will get to know why Hind Swaraj. That book is written by Gandhiji. Why this book is so important? Because in this book Gandhiji has written, Britishers are strong enough, Britishers are confident enough in their governance due to our cooperation. They have flourished due to us. So that's why if we are not cooperating them, definitely they will be weak gradually. तो फिर very simple, वी आर कोऑपरेटिंग, हम उनको कोऑपरेट कर रहे हैं इसलिए वो स्ट्रांग है. हम कोऑपरेट करना छोड़ दे देन डेफिनेटली इट वुड बी वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू देम टू सस्टेन, है ना. तो 1920 सितंबर में कोलकाता सेशन में क्या किया गया, नॉन कोऑपरेशन का प्रपोजल रखा गया बाय गांधी जी. नाउ फ्रॉम हियर यू आर गोइंग टू गेट 1 mark क्वेश्चंस एज वेल एज मैप पॉइंटिंग ऑल्सो, बट लिटिल कंफ्यूजन. वो क्या है 1920, ये भी 1920, बट इट इज सितंबर सेशन जहां पे क्या है ना, प्रपोजल दिया गया था कि नॉन कोऑपरेशन मूवमेंट होना चाहिए. एंड इन नागपुर सेशन इट वाज अडॉप्टेड कि यस वी आर गोइंग टू कंडक्ट नॉन कोऑपरेशन मूवमेंट. तो ये ख्याल रखना होगा, बोथ आर 1920, बट हियर मंथ इज देयर सितंबर एंड देयर दिसंबर. डेफिनेटली सितंबर वाला सेशन इट वाज कंडक्टेड इन कोलकाता एंड दिसंबर वाला जो सेशन है दैट वाज कंडक्टेड इन नागपुर. तो नाउ अब हम जानेंगे कि नॉन कोऑपरेशन में है क्या, इसमें होगा क्या, पीपल हाउ दे आर गोइंग टू मेंटेन दैट. Non-cooperation means not to cooperate by boycott. Now we will get what was it like. करना क्या है, करना यही है boycott. We are going to boycott whatever they are going to give us. अब जो फॉरेन क्लोथ्स आते थे, फॉरेन डिफरेंट गुड्स आते थे, we are not going to use. अब जो भी पीपल दोज हु आर वर्किंग इन ब्रिटिश सेक्टर, गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर, दे हैव टू लीव देयर जॉब. जो भी स्टूडेंट्स स्कूल, गवर्नमेंट स्कूल में पढ़ते थे, दे हैव टू लीव देयर स्कूल. सो दैट वाज द सेंस ऑफ नॉन कोऑपरेशन. अब हम जाएंगे कि स्टार्टेड व्हेन इट वाज स्टार्टेड, जनवरी, मंथ ऑफ जनवरी, इट वाज 1921. चलो तो फिर अब हम जान लेते हैं मूवमेंट इन डिफरेंट जोन. नॉन कोऑपरेशन मूवमेंट वाज कंडक्टेड डिफरेंटली इन डिफरेंट जोन. तो वो हम जान लेते हैं. फर्स्ट वन टाउन, सेकंड वन विलेज, देन गुदिम हिल, आंध्रा, इवन प्लांटेशन वर्कर्स फॉर देयर आसाम. It may come only one, otherwise how it was conducted, how it was followed. So it may come as a long questions, even partly can be asked also. So we need to ready for that. फर्स्ट वन इट इज टाउन. टाउन में कैसा था, जो क्या है ना, टाउन में बेसिकली जॉब होल्डर. तो फर्स्ट वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट student they left their school, government school. Second, job holder, it may be court, it may be different government sector. So people they left their job. On the other hand, फिर we will go for the businessman. तो जो भी शॉप था वो शॉप्स वेर क्लोज्ड. इवन लिकर शॉप वॉज देयर उन दिनों में, दैट वॉज इम्पोर्टेड, दैट वॉज पिकेटेड. इवन नॉट ओनली दैट, but also if we are thinking about that the amount of selling, earlier selling cost were there 102, and because of the movement it had been gone down and it was 57 crore. So you can imagine. तो बिकॉज ऑफ द बॉयकॉट ऑफ फॉरेन गुड्स. अभी बॉयकॉट किया है तो फिर वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट द ऑल्टरनेटिव्स. तो फॉर दैट इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ खादी, नो फॉरेन क्लोथ्स. इंस्टेड ऑफ फॉरेन क्लोथ्स वी our Indian people and Indian citizen, they had started to weave khadi clothes. So in this way, towns people they maintained that movement. Now we will go for the village. विलेज का प्रॉब्लम तो डिफरेंट होंगे ही. तो वो प्रॉब्लम कैसा था, वो प्रॉब्लम फार्मर्स पीजेंट रिलेटेड है ना. तो दैट वाज हियर अगेंस्ट ऑफ तालुकदार एंड लैंडलॉर्ड्स. लैंडलॉर्ड क्या करते थे, बहुत ज़्यादा पैसे ले लेते थे. तो दैट वाज द प्रॉब्लम. फिर क्या है ना, द पीजेंट्स वेयर वर्कड विदाउट पेमेंट, विदाउट वेजेस. So that is known as beggar system. So that was introduced. So because of that, villagers were very much unhappy. So that's why क्या हुआ, फिर they have thought we should raise our voice, and for that Baba Ramchandra, he was the leader over here, and with the help of Baba Ramchandra, so that's why the people, the villagers, they started revolt. As a national leader Jawaharlal Nehru, and as a village leader Baba Ramchandra, with the help of Jawaharlal Nehru and Baba Ramchandra, so non-cooperation movement was maintained. So what was the result in village? Gandhiji has told not to pay tax, and now onward, so they should get that proper wages. Even beggar system का abolish कर दिया गया. That was the situation of village. अब हम जाएंगे गुदेम हिल, जो क्या ना आंध्रा में. आंध्रा का देखो, टाउन का सिचुएशन कुछ अलग था, विलेज का और भी कुछ अलग है. नाउ वी विल गो फॉर द गुदेम हिल आंध्रा. That was led by Alluri Sitaram Raju, and definitely he was inspired by Gandhi ji. That comes as a one mark question. अब यहाँ पे देखेंगे 1920 they fought for the militant guerrilla movement. जो क्या है ना, people in forest area, they used to use all this forest product, but afterwards Britishers had restricted that, so that's why they started revolt. But when non-cooperation movement had started, on that time what was there, that people were forced to work for the that road building. That was also beggar system. बाकी सारे जितने सारे ट्राइबल्स पीपल थे उनको लेके ये मूवमेंट को कंटिन्यू किया. Now next is their plantation worker in Assam. Their problem was there related tea plantation. जो क्या है ना, due to 1859 one act was enacted, जो क्या है ना, Inland Immigration Act. Without taking permission of the planters, they cannot leave that plantation area, and they were not ready to listen that. क्यों? क्योंकि उनका डिमांड ही था स्वतंत्र भारत. सो it is also considered a part of non-cooperation movement in plantation area. In 1922, that non-cooperation movement was called off. Why? Because already we know movement was based on non-violence. But here in 1922, Chauri Chaura in UP, there one clash was there. यहाँ पे क्या हुआ था कि पुलिस चौकी को आग लगाया गया था. Because of that Chauri Chaura incident, Gandhiji thought that movement turns into violence. So that's why here only that after the Chauri Chaura incident, that non-cooperation movement had been called off. So that comes as a map pointing. Chauri Chaura incident 1922, that place you have to locate, and the same question, same thing, one mark question comes also. Because of what that non-cooperation movement had been called off by Gandhiji. So answer would be there, the Chauri Chaura incident in UP. I hope you have understood very clearly. If you have any doubt, query, feel free to share with me. Thank you so much for watching. Tata, bye bye.